pink one. Thank you. Oh, that's probably because your name you didn't have a name on your paper, so that's an automatic one. Is anyone else's name missing? Because I had 2 people that didn't have names on their papers.
No. I put it.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Come on, wake up.
Oh, I don't see it. Sorry.
Come on.
If you write multiple papers, they need to be on every page. I did not see your name, which is why I didn't put your grade on here. So, it's an automatic one, because I am not a detective. I shouldn't have to figure out whose name goes to where. I'm not answering questions right now. Thank you.
Sit in the chair.
So, this is really important. I was reading your responses, and a lot of you need to put that pencil down, are creating sentences that look like this. So this is what it says. I infer, how do elephants sleep? Repeat me. Why isn't the mentioned phrase an inference? So why is this not an inference? And a lot of you are doing this. I infer, how do elephants sleep? Why is that not an inference? Let's discuss. Riley, who's your partner? Is your partner Then why don't you just Okay. So there are a few reasons why this is not an inference. And this came from somebody's response yesterday. First and foremost, we have our creating inference anchor chart here. This sentence ended with a question mark. When we are inferring, we are writing a statement. An inference is an idea or a conclusion. An inference always ends with a period. This sentence here is merely just an asking sentence. Just because I infer is written there does not make it an inference. Basically, if I were to revise it and remove those 2 words, and then I would edit the capitalization here, how do elephants sleep? That's a question. An inference is an idea or a conclusion that you make up in your mind by using the text in front of you. So, let's say, and our papers are still down, let's say I was reading a text about how elephants sleep, and I created an inference. I'm going to show you the correct way now. I'll wait till we're in slant. I infer elephants sleep or move. Now this is an example, so it may not necessarily be true, but I wanted to show you what an inference sounds like versus what we have here, which is incorrect. I infer elephants sleep for the majority of the day, for according to the text, it stated elephants expend much of their energy hunting. So this is a statement. This is an idea I have. I'm coming up with a conclusion. I think, you should be looking at me. I think elephants sleep for the majority of the day because they expend or exhaust themselves when they are hunting. This is not an inference, and I will no longer see this. If I see I infer and then a question, you get an automatic 1. An inference is a statement. It's not directly in the text, but we use the text to make our statement. Yes?
What does this word mean?
Majority or the most? Majority is synonymous with most. If you're spending the majority of the day reading, it means you're spending most of your day reading. Okay? Yes?
That's why we get 2s and 1s.
Perhaps. But a lot of you are just writing I infer in front of everything and thinking it's an inference. It's not. It's a statement. Today I am choosing, and so is Mr. Staunton, 2 people. I'm choosing 1, he's choosing 1. Who's creating correct inferences? Inferences are not questions. They're ideas and conclusions. Use the chart. Do we see question marks on this chart? No.
No.
That's why it's here for you to use. So, I'm going to continue on with the lesson, but that was really important that you saw that. We are again answering text-dependent questions. I reworded the question you have on your text such that it doesn't end with a preposition. I did not write that, thank you. So, this is what we're going to say today. How does an elephant use its trunk? So, as we've been doing, we will be answering text-dependent questions, and in particular this question. So please read the objective. Okay, so now we're going to read this entire text and pull out pieces of evidence that will help us answer this question. I'm going to read it to you the first time, and as I'm reading, I want you to think about places where I can underline. I will think about places where I can underline that will answer that question. So please either follow along up here or in your text. Don't touch my hands. Sit up. Your hands hold. Okay. 1, where are you looking? Are you looking at your text or are you looking here? Not this way. One really interesting part of an elephant is its long trunk. An elephant's trunk is its nose and upper lip joined together into a special shape. An elephant can use its trunk like a hand to pick up food or other objects. The trunk works like a hose when an elephant drinks water or gives itself a shower. A trunk can even work like a snorkel, helping an elephant breathe underwater. Now I'm going to use and read my text feature to learn more about the trunk. Did you know? An elephant's trunk has no bones, but it has thousands of muscles. An elephant can lift a tree or pick a flower with its trunk. So let's all go back to our text focusing question. How does an elephant use its trunk? Just next to your neighbor, tell them one thing in the text that answers that question. You have 30 seconds. Go.
How does an elephant use their trunk?
Okay, redirect. Antonio, how does an elephant use its trunk? Okay, let's stand up in college talk. you're following along, we can underline this phrase that you will read with me. An elephant can use its trunk like a hand to pick up food or other objects. Everyone read it because I'm the only one reading it. I already know how to read.
An elephant can use its trunk to pick up food or other objects.
I see you turning around again, and I'm calling your mother. And she's a teacher as well, and I'm sure she wouldn't want to be interrupted during her day. Thank you. Can everybody read that again?
An elephant can use its trunk like a hand to pick up or other objects.
Okay, Spirit. Nina. What's one more way an elephant can use its trunk? Stand up. Just cheer out. We're not doing the protocol right now. Great, so an elephant can use a trunk to take a bath. What else?
An elephant can use his trunk.
Get that everyone else so we can read. Maybe move the paper away from your face. How can you read it when you're just